All right, all right, all right. I can see that you people are joining already. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. All right, so we are going to be getting started immediately. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, if you are here right now and you can hear me clearly and you are listening to me, I'd like you to drop your name and your location, whether you are joining from Lagos, Abuja, Cameroon, South Africa, Kenya, Ghana, wherever you are joining from. Just say it in the comment section. Let's know where you are joining from so that I'll be sure that you are with me. All right, sorry about the break. We just got disconnected. So before we get started, I want to quickly introduce myself. I want to quickly introduce myself. My name is Francisca Oma, and I am the founder of Lead Varsity Advertising Agency. I am also the founder of Lead Varsity School of Advertising. I specialize mainly on running Facebook and Instagram ads for real estate business owners. So if you're a real estate business owner, this training is everything you need at this point in your life to start selling out your properties. Now, what I'm about to share with you today is what real estate companies are paying millions to add experts for them to teach them. But I'm going to be teaching you everything tonight for free. So please pay close attention. I will advise you to get your pen and paper because this class is going to be amazing. Now, I'd like to say something before we get started. This class is strictly for real estate business owners because everything I'm going to be saying tonight it revolves around real estate Facebook and Instagram ads. So if you know that you're a real estate business owner, you have a lot of properties that you've not heard it from anywhere. So let's get straight into it. Are you ready? If you are ready, type I am ready in the comment section. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me now? All right, all right, all right. I think someone said no audio at some point. So let me just do a recap of what I said. I said in the past few minutes that this class is strictly for real estate business owners. So if you're not a real estate business owner, this class is not for you. But if you're a real estate business owner and you have properties sitting for months, years, weeks without selling it, and you've tried posting on your WhatsApp status, posting on your Facebook and Instagram page, you've tried getting people like buy from you, but nobody is buying from you. If you are that realtor, I'm trying to tell you that tonight is where that problem ends because everything I'm about to share with you in this live session is exactly what you can use to sell out your properties with Facebook and Instagram ads. So if you are ready, I say you should type that you are ready in the comment section, right? Type that you're ready in the comment section. Let me know that you are following me. Yes, our network is back. For those of you typing in the group that you are not hearing me, our network is back. Our network is back. Our network is back. So let's get straight into it, right? Then I want to share a brief story with you before we get started. So when I get started with Facebook and Instagram ads, I used to run ads for every business owners. Like I used to run ads for different industries and all of that. Now you might be wondering, how do I got to the point of specializing only on running real estate ads? Now here is the thing. When I started running ads, I was running ads for other businesses. But then again, whenever it comes to real estate ads, I run the ads, I notice that the result this ad is giving is very, 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 very poor, right? So when I run the ads, let's assume that I have a client that is into fashion, in the fashion industry, skincare. I run the ads for this client, her ad will convert, she's going to pack sales. But whenever I want to run real estate ad, I will notice that this thing is not just working. Do you understand? So now what did I do? I went and started studying. I went and started doing my research. I started setting up ads. I started testing failing, testing, failing, until I figured out what exactly is working. And when I figured it out, the moment I figured it out, luckily for me, I got a client that wanted to run ads for his estate. He reached out to me from Facebook. He said he wanted to run ads to sell his estate property. And guess what happened? I took the offer. Why did I take the offer? I took the offer because I am very, very confident that this time around, I have tested a lot of things in real estate advertising. I have failed, and now I've been able to figure out exactly what is working. I've been able to figure out the ad strategy, the ad creative that is working, the targeting that is working, the closing strategy that is working. Then I took that deal. Yes, the client paid me a huge amount of money to run this ad for his company, and I set up the ads. When I set up the ads, the first 3 days of the ads, the client was saying that he was getting leads, but these people are not responding. Guess what I did? I told him, okay, if they are not responding, or maybe you tell them the price and they stop responding. I sent him a call link. I told him, come, let's get. I sent him. Please, nobody should call anything on WhatsApp. I don't know who started this call, so just give me a minute. Let me drop the call on WhatsApp. I don't know who is calling people on WhatsApp. Please, just hold on. Please, whoever opened the WhatsApp call should please drop the call immediately. Whoever opened the WhatsApp call should drop the call immediately. This call is not meant to be holding. If you know you are the one that started this WhatsApp call, please drop it. Like, drop the call immediately. Stop. All right, so please, let's continue. Just pay attention. Sorry for that interruption. So where did we stop? So I took up the gig and ran ads for this company. Then the first 3 days, the client said that the leads were not converting. The people were not responding. I sent him a call link. We got on a call, and I taught him how to close these people. How to I have already sent a message in the group. Please, whoever started this call should drop the call immediately. If you know you are the one that started this call, please drop it immediately. This call is not allowed in this group. All right, so let's just continue. All right, so where after the call, we continue the ads, and in the first 13 days of running the ads, this client, he got about 30 people that agreed that they are going to come for inspection, and then more than 80% of them came for inspection. And guess what happened? These people, after they come for inspection, they started paying for that properties. It was at this point of working with this client that I realized that real estate ad actually work. The reason why I've not been getting results with it before was because I have not really cracked the code. The moment I learned this thing, the moment I figured out what exactly works, I landed a client, ran ads for his company, and we sold out his entire estate properties in less than 2 weeks. And that was it. Now, why am I sharing this with you? I'm sharing this with you because a lot of you here are complaining that you've run Facebook and Instagram ads before, but it's not converting. And you are wondering what is really the issue. The issue is that you've not really had someone who is focused on running ads on real estate to teach you how this thing works. Now, we are going to go over to the strategy part of this live session, right? We are going to be discussing advertising strategies that is going to help you as a real estate business owner to sell out your properties. But before that, I'd like to handle some misconceptions about Facebook and Instagram ads that a lot of you have, most especially some of you that used to come to my DM to ask me a lot of questions on this particular thing. I want to handle that misconception today. The first one I want to talk about is those of you that ask, Why is it that when you boost your post on Facebook, on Instagram, your ad doesn't convert? I don't know who is doing this. Please, can everyone leave this call now? Can everyone leave this call now? All right, so let's continue. Let's continue. So the question, the number one question I am going to be asking is, answering is, why is it that when you boost your post on Facebook or Instagram, at the end of the day, that post does not convert? Sometimes, most of you say that when you run the ads, you are getting people that don't have money in your WhatsApp DM, or sometimes you say you are getting people that are begging you for money. Now, let me tell you something. Boosting post is not the right way to run an ad. Yes, I know that when you make a post, if you post that your property video on Facebook or Instagram, you will see Facebook or Instagram, they will give you an option and tell you to boost the post. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that thing. That is the easiest way for you to lose a lot of money on Facebook or Instagram. Don't ever boost your post. That is not an advertising strategy. So what do you do instead? The right thing to do is to go to the Facebook Ads Manager and set up your ads there. And trust me, after you are done setting up your ad, from everything you are going to be learning tonight, you are going to start getting good results. And another reason why boosting your posts on Facebook or Instagram doesn't work is because it has limited options for you. Let me give you an instance. If you go to your ads manager, you are going to see an option to do proper detailed targeting for your ads. But when you come to the post you are boosting, let's assume that you are boosting posts on Instagram, you don't have this option. Do you understand? Maybe they will just give you access to select age and location and maybe small targeting, and that is all. So, but when you set up your ads the proper way on the Facebook Ads Manager, you will see a lot of options to narrow down your targeting to reach people who have the money and are ready to buy your properties. Now, the second thing I am going to be talking about is, a lot of people are saying that their budget doesn't give them results. You understand? And a lot of people are asking me, Francisca, what ad budget do you recommend I should use to run my real estate ads? Now, what I am going to tell you is that the problem, most of the problem, or most of the reason why your ad is not converting is not because of the budget. Please, if you are listening to me right now and you don't know what is ads, I am going to explain, so just hold on, but pay attention, because what I'm saying right now is still going to help you once you learn this ad. Now, I'm trying to tell you that your budget is not the problem. Do you understand? Somebody can spend 50,000 naira, 100,000 naira, or $100 on their ad campaign and get result more than the person that spent over 500,000 naira or $500 on their ads. And why is it like this? It is like this because the person who is spending $100 or 100,000 naira is spending that amount with a strategy. What differentiates an advertiser that is getting mad results with ads is the strategy the advertiser is using, and that is what I am teaching you in this live session. Now, when you say your budget is too small or your budget is not getting you results, what that means is that you do not have a strategy, because you don't need to spend a lot of money or waste a lot of money on your ads before you start seeing results. So what do? The best thing for you to do, if you have a tight budget, is for you to learn properly how to set up that ad so that you are not going to be wasting your money, right? Then another misconception people have is, my property is too expensive, only few people are paying attention. Now, I was speaking with a realtor yesterday, and he was telling me that he don't know if it's because his property is 100 million naira, that is why people are not buying. He don't know if it's because his property is 50 million, that is why people are not buying. That he don't know what else to do again. Then I told him something. If you say that your property is too expensive, do you know that somebody is actually buying a property worth over 300 million naira, and somebody is buying it from ads? So if you look at this thing, you are going to see somebody advertise a 1 billion naira property, and somebody is going to buy it. The question now is it that your property is expensive, or is it that it is you that don't know how to target the right audience for them to see your property and start paying attention and start asking you how do I come for inspection? Now, these are some of the misconceptions that realtors have. Like, these are some of the lies that maybe you just tell yourself or you settle for it because you're not getting results. Tonight, I am going to teach you, handle all those your challenges and teach you exactly how you can start selling out your properties. Now, let's get straight into it. I don't know why these people are still on this WhatsApp. I don't just know who started this live. So let's continue, please. Now, we are going over to art strategy. So please pay attention, pay very close attention to me. But before I say that, for some of you, let me quickly explain what. Please, can you hear me now? Sorry for that break. And YouTube is logging me out. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me, please. All right, all right, all right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right, so now that you can hear me, please let's just get straight. Joy, I can see your message. Thank you for letting me know. So, I say that I was going to explain what Facebook and Instagram ads really means before we get straight to the strategy part. Now, what is Facebook and Instagram? 1,000 people. You can run an ad on Facebook, and your ads can reach. You can run an ad on Facebook and your ads can reach 200,000 people. You can run your ads on Facebook and your ads can reach 50,000 people. So instead of you depending on the physical people that you are seeing in your state, on your street, and hoping that they will buy, you can just go to Facebook or Instagram and use their advertising platform to run ads for that property, so that a wide range of audience are going to see that property and are going to buy from you. So this is exactly what Facebook and Instagram ad is. You can actually call it your online store. Do you understand? This is just what it means. So if you are struggling to sell your properties and the people that you are reaching out to, physical people that are not responding to you, you can actually sell out that property in 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, just by advertising to strangers online using Facebook and Instagram ad. So this is why it is one of the fastest and easiest strategy you can use to start selling out your properties. So if you know that you don't know what is Facebook and Instagram ads, I just gave you a brief explanation. Now let's get straight into the strategy part. This is where you need to pay attention. I'm telling you again, people pay huge amount of money to share what I'm about to share with you now. So the first strategy, I'm going to be sharing few strategies with you that is going to help you run high converting Facebook and Instagram ads for your real estate business. The first strategy that I want to share with you is know who your buyer is. Knowing who your buyer is. Sometimes you can call it crafting out. You can also say crafting out your customer avatar. So I'm going to briefly explain this thing so that you can understand. Now, if you don't know who your ideal buyer is, you cannot be able to sell out your properties. As simple as this sound, this is one of the major reasons why you are struggling to sell your properties. I know you might be thinking, knowing who my buyer is, I already know who my property is for, so why should I know again? No, you did not know. If I tell you now to give me a customer avatar of who your ideal customer is, you will not know. So I'm going to share with you now how to actually figure out who your buyer is to be able to help you sell that your property. I am going to be using a demo property, for example. Now, if you want to know who your buyer is, the first thing you need to understand is you need to think critically and creatively. So this is where your mind comes in. This is where your thinking comes in. 90% of the reason you can sell out your properties on social media is because of what is in your head. So that is why if you want to make sales, if you want to grow your business, the major thing is not what you are doing, the operation like posting. No, the major thing is that moment when you sit down in your room, get a pen and a paper and start brainstorming. and start strategizing and start asking yourself question, what am I doing wrong? How do I get this right? So how do you know who your buyer is? To be able to know who your buyer is, you need to be able to first understand the property that you want to sell and understand what it can be used for. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Pay attention. I'm going somewhere. So how do you do this? Let's assume that you have a property that is near an airport. Pay attention. I'm using an airport because I just want to use it as an example. Your property might not be at an airport, but just pay attention because you can implement what I'll say now and sell your own property wherever it is. So let's assume that I am a real estate business owner. I have a property near an I think network is disturbing us again. So once you are selling to everybody and you are not selling to a particular person, you can't be able to get buyers. You can hear me now, right? You can't be able to get buyers. And how do you figure out who exactly, or how do I figure out? I'm using myself as an example. I have a property near an airport. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to sit down in my room, get a pen and a paper, write down the property name, and ask myself, who exactly will see this property or hear about this property and are going to be very interested in purchasing it? This is where knowing who your ideal customer is comes in. Then you write it down, write the name of your property, and then ask yourself, now, this property, is it, if it's a land, you now ask yourself, this property, is it good for doing business, or is it good for building a production company, or is it a manufacturing company, or is it good for maybe building whatever it is? So if you're able to figure out what that property is good for, or is it good for maybe somebody that want to build a family house? Do you understand? I know most of you don't do this thing. Just like I said, if you want to make a lot of sales this 2026 in your real estate business, every sale that you want, it is when you think, when you sit down and think. So stop rushing things. It's not every time you are posting, you are doing like the world is about to end. It is when you go to your room and sit down, get a pen and a paper and start thinking like a business owner. If you're a realtor here, you're a business owner, you have other businesses, I believe you should know that as a business owner, one of the major things you should have is a notebook, a business notebook where you think and brainstorm. Now, when you now ask yourself, this property that is in this airport, what is it going to be good for? Then you can ask yourself, okay, will this property be good for building a production place or a manufacturing company? You write it down. Will this property be good for maybe building a fashion business where people, for somebody to be going to an airport, some people would like to maybe get some clothes and all of that. Then you now ask yourself, what kind of business can thrive in this area? Then you can write it down. Fashion design, footwear brand, you can skincare, you can yourself, can this property be used to build a family house in this property? You ask yourself the question. When you are done writing all those things down, you now pick the one that is important. So let's assume that at the end of the day, you ask yourself question and you figured out that this property that is in this beside this airport is going to be good for a fashion business owner, somebody that sells clothes, shoes, like jewelry, is going to be good for the person to build to have a physical business there. Now, this is exactly who you are selling to. Who are you selling to now? You are selling to a clothing brand or a fashion designer that is looking. That is the reason you joined this training. So I don't know if you are following. A lot of you here joined this training because I mentioned real estate business owners in my ad video. And when I mentioned it, now you feel like I am not just a generic advertiser. You feel like I specialized only on running ads for real estate business owners. And that is why you trusted me enough to even join this class. It's no longer breaking, please. It's no longer breaking. It's no longer breaking. Please, the person that is sending me a voice note, I can't play voice note. I'm on a live session. You can type. I can easily read it. So do you understand what I'm saying? People feel connected to things that maybe you call them ad or you you personalize it only to them. So let's get back to our property. we are trying to find who our ideal customer is. Now, when you are done writing down and you figured out that, okay, this property in this particular location is good for somebody who has a clothing business or a fashion business to build their physical shop there, when you now want to do a video of that property, or when you want to talk about your property on your WhatsApp status or your social media pages, you're not going to be saying, I have a property at airport, beside an airport, that the property is 5 minutes drive from the airport, which is the popular thing that realtors do, or realtors post on social media. The generic word that a property is few minutes drive from the airport, it does no longer sell. People need reason to do something. But now that you're able to figure out who your customer is, if you now come on social media and now say, if you're a fashion business owner or you have a clothing brand and you're looking for a good location to build your physical store, and be rest assured that you are going to be making a lot of sales because it is on site, that this property here is the best property for, is the best location or the best property for that business or that physical shop that you want to open. And why is it the best, and why am I recommending it to you? I'm recommending it to you because this property is near to the airport, and when people are traveling and maybe they want to get new clothes, that they can easily come and patronize you. Do you see that when you use this kind of video and run ads and post it on any social media platform, there is no way you are not going to get people, serious buyers? Do you know why? You are going to notice that you started getting only only fashion people, fashion designers, or people that have clothing brand in your DM. And why is this so? It is so because the ad was speaking directly to them. And then in the person's mind, the person will be like, for this person to be able to know exactly what I'm looking for, that means for a truth, this property is the best buy for me. Have you seen how knowing who your ideal customer is helps you sell your properties? So the next time you want to post that video, that your property video on social media, ask yourself, are you talking to everybody or you are talking to one person? Your video, every video you want to post, everything you want to say about your property should be talking to one person. One person can be one industry, one niche. Do you understand? So if after this session, this night, you can get a pen and a paper, sit down and start asking yourself questions. These are the little things that matters. You will think that what matters in your business right now is trying to generate money, run ads. No. What matters in your business is the ability to sit down and think. The moment you start sitting down and start thinking, you will start seeing that you start connecting the dots and start getting things right. This is just how it works. Do you understand? A lot of people reach out to me, a lot of advertisers, my colleague, they reach out to me and be like, Francisca, how is it that you're everywhere? How is it that a lot of people know you? How is it? A lot of questions. I tell them that I spend most of my time in my room thinking, brainstorming, strategizing, planning, so that once I launch out or once I come out, what I am going to put out there is going to be so epic that I am very sure that nobody is going to say no to me. Do you understand? So as a real estate business owner, what I'm trying to tell you is that you are going to make most of the sales if you form the ability to sit down and think. Now, we've been able to talk about how to identify your ideal customer, right? The next thing that we are, can you still hear me? If you can hear me, just type that you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know that you can hear me. Let me know that you can hear. All right, so since all of you can hear me, let's get started. Let's get straight. Now, I've been able to tell you about how to identify your ideal customer. It's not left for you to go back and go and implement what I just said now. Now, the second strategy I am going to be sharing with you. I don't know if you noticed that I'm not sharing my screen to set up ads for you. Do you know why I'm not sharing my screen to set up ads for you? I'm not sharing my screen to set up ads or walking through the ads manager, the technical part, because that is not where the result is. If you skip everything I'm going to tell you now and you just jump into setting up ads, you are not going to get results. Your ad is not going to convert. You are going to waste money. Do you understand? So that is why I say, okay, that in tonight's session, I'm going to go straight to the point and teach you the strategies behind a high converting ad. So that when you now go to your ads manager, you will now be setting up your ads with the right mindset. Now you fully understood how this ads thing work. Do you understand? The second strategy that we are going to be talking about is your ad creative, your creative strategy. Do you know what your ad creative is? And here is something I want to tell you. If you know you are not with a pen and a paper, you can be typing what you are learning or the flyer that you use in running your ads. So an ad creative is the video or the flyer that you use in running your ads. Now, as a realtor, I recommend you use a video to run your ads. If you want to post your property on social media, I recommend you post a video of that property. Now, you don't just post any video, because if you just go and video your property and post, it is not going to bring you sales. People are not going to watch it. Do you understand? So how do you come up with an potential client is to, in that your video, you cannot be able to talk to them directly. If you're able to know who your ideal customer is, in that your video, you cannot be able to talk to them directly. So let's say, for instance, that you have a house you want to advertise, you want to post on social media, you want to sell, you want to get buyers for. Do you understand? You don't need to go and record the house and be saying the popular, this house has swimming pool, this house has AC, like saying the normal random stuff. No. Do you know that most of you forget about security when advertising your property in your videos? You forget about security. You forget about you forget about that, the fact that the property, maybe the property has a gate man house. There are important features in an house, that in a house, that when you talk about them in your video, your property is going to sell. And that is what I want to share with you right now, right? So let's assume that if you are listening to me right now, I want to use what you sell to give an instance. So one person should tell me what you sell. Tell me the property that you are selling. Is it a land or a house? And tell me where it's located. I want to use you as an example in our section. Just drop it in the comments. Tell me the property you are selling. Tell me where it's located, so that I can use it and teach. Okay. Okay, somebody said house, Maitama. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use the particular person that mentioned location and house all together, right? I'll be using um Crystal Group Holdings, for instance. Do you understand? Now, you are selling a house in Maitama, right? And you are looking for somebody. Let's assume that the house is 50 million naira. Do you understand? Or the house is, okay, let's assume that the house is 200 million naira. Like you are selling maybe a duplex of 200 million naira. I am assuming that that is the price of the house. Now, you cannot go, if you want to make a video of the house, you cannot just go to the house and start videoing all the interior designs of the house and post it on social media. This is what almost every realtor do. So you need to ask yourself, what differentiates you? What can you do differently in your video to make people buy from you? And when you start thinking what you can do differently on your video to make people buy from you, that is where you need to start getting creative ideas of what to say in your video. For instance, you want to sell that house in Maitama, then you can now ask yourself, what caliber of people will buy this house? What caliber of people? Remember, I taught you first that you need to understand who your ideal client is, your customer. You need to know who your buyer is, if you're able to know it. So this is where that knowing who your buyer is also applies to creating your video. If you can be able to ask yourself, what kind of this house at Maitama, what caliber of people will see this house and actually buy it? Don't say you don't know. You're a real estate business owner, so you should understand your business in and out. You should know the game, you should know the tricks, you should know the kind of people that have bought from you in the past. Now, when you're able to ask yourself the kind of people that are going to love that particular kind of house that you're advertising, This is now going to help you mention them in your video. Do you understand? Now let's say for instance that you feel like that house is good for a politician to live in because it is in a well secured environment and the road is good. You are just talking about features or proximity. You don't mention that the road is good because this is another thing that people check out when they are looking for properties to buy. They don't want a property that maybe when they are driving in, their car will even spoil in the process. So let's go back to the house in Maitama that you're talking about. When you're able to figure out the caliber of people that will like that property, because you need to start thinking like your ideal buyer so that you'll be able to speak to them directly. Now let's say that you are done thinking. Do people know that these young boys, forest traders that has really made money, those guys actually have a lot of money to spend, right? There are a lot of people, like young people that are actually investing in land. I'm telling you, it's not only aged people that invest. A lot of young people right now are investing in lands and houses and all of that. Now, when you're able to ask yourself, let's assume that you figured out that, okay, this particular property, that the caliber of people that will love it are politicians. Now, how do I mean? Maybe you've asked yourself and you figured out that you've done your research and you figured out that there are features that politicians love in their houses that that house in Maitama actually have. Now, if you want to record, do a video of the house or run ads with the house, what are you going to say exactly in the video? You are no longer going to be selling that house to everybody. You are going to speak directly to politicians. Do you understand where I'm going? Now, when you call them out, you can start your video like, if you're a politician, people actually pay attention when you call their name. This is something that people don't understand. When you call out somebody or an occupation or what somebody is interested in, they pay attention to you. And in their head, for you to be able to call them out, that means you really understand what they need. Now, when you call out, if you're a politician and you're looking for a very good apartment in a secured environment with good road and 24 hours electricity, that this particular property here is good for you, then you can even go as much as telling the person that this property has balcony, has a very big balcony, that when your political friends visit, you people can have a brief meeting there and everybody is going to feel relaxed. Then you go and start finding the things that politician needs in their house. Start mentioning it to them in that video. You are going to see that the way they are going to pay attention to you, you'll be surprised. Do you know why? Now, if that video that you are advertising, if you were actually advertising to everybody and talking to everybody, they might not actually pay attention. Somebody might not stop. Oh. But because you've called out their name, because you mentioned what they're interested in, they're going to stop and pay attention to you. Imagine a politician watching a house video in Maitama where the person is saying that this particular property is good. It has maybe an extra conference room where you can actually hold your meetings. These are the things that this politician do. That this property has this. Mention the things that politicians actually need or what they do and how that property solves their problem. You are going to see that they're going to buy it. So when you come to creating your ad, creative, you are going to discover that if you're able to understand who your ideal buyer is, you can be able to create videos that relates with them. Now, let me not use politician, let me use another industry. Let's assume that the property that you want to sell it to founders and CEOs. You don't care the business that you're in, just founders and CEOs. Do you know that you can start your video if you're a founder or a CEO and you're looking for a very good apartment that you can rest your head in when you come back from work and all of that? You can actually use something like, let's assume that you want to sell the property to people in diaspora. If you are in Kenya, you can say something like, if you're a Kenyan living in diaspora, any Kenyan that is living in diaspora is going to pause and watch that video. Let's assume that you want to sell to somebody in South Africa, but the person living in diaspora, you can just say, if you're in South Africa and you're living in diaspora, you understand? So if you're able to know who your ideal customer is, when you want to create your ad creative, it can help you talk to them directly. Do you see that the first and second strategy I share with you are interconnected? Please pay attention. Pay attention. This is what makes your ad convert, right? the setup is more like the last aspect of it. These are the things that makes your ad convert, because a lot of you that are running ads and your ad is not converting, your problem is in your strategy. If you get your strategy right, you will actually see that Facebook and Instagram ads is the easiest place to sell your properties. You can sell your property in 1 month. After this session now, you can go and set up your ads again, and you are going to discover that your property is going to start selling. I'm not capping, I'm not whining. Now that you've known the strategy, it will help you to think well. It will help you to sit down and think before you launch that ads, right? So now the third thing I am going to be talking about is, I'm going to be talking about targeting, right? So if you've run Facebook and Instagram ad before, I'm sure that most of the things that is you are finding difficult is in targeting the right audience. So I want to talk about it in today's section. This is the third strategy. Now I'm going to teach you how to target the right audience in your ads. When you are selling a real estate property, you need to first of all understand that the real estate industry is a special need industry in the advertising industry. Sorry for that, but let me explain what I mean. What do I mean that the real estate industry is a special need industry? It's a special needs industry because it is not the same strategy that you use to sell a 10,000 naira or $10 product. It is not the same strategy that you are going to use to sell a property that is worth millions. So that is why it's special needs. And when it comes to strategy, this is now where you know that you need to think outside the box. There is a targeting keyword that I'm going to share with you now, and it's going to shock you how that keyword doesn't exist. Do you know that if you're running ads on Facebook and Instagram and you want to sell out a property worth millions, and you want to actually target rich people, a keyword that I am very sure that when you target it is going to get you rich people is when you target golf. I'm sure a lot of you know what the game, golf game, right? You know the game I'm talking about, golf. Now you might be asking yourself, how is golf even related? All right, can you hear me now? Sorry about that. YouTube just keeps logging me out. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. We are back now. YouTube just keeps logging me out. They just log me out and relogging again. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. If you can hear me, type in the comment section so that we can continue. Can you hear me now? Just let me know in the comment, please, so that we can continue. If you can hear me, just let me know in the comment section, please. Just say I can hear you. All right, so since you can hear me, so let's continue. I was talking about keyword targeting in your ads, right? I talked about targeting the keyword golf. And how did I come up with this keyword? I came up with this keyword because I did my research and realized that people that play golf are actually rich people. Somebody that is not well to do cannot go and be playing golf because the game itself is expensive. Now what is the deal there? The deal there is that I'm looking for rich people, people that can be able to afford property worth millions. Now when I target golf, I am targeting what they're interested in. These people might be interested in playing golf. You can go and do your research. Somebody that is poor, an average person, like people that don't really have money, does not play golf. Now here is another key. This is a keyword. This is a keyword. Sorry about the network. This is a particular keyword that you can actually target golf. Now I'm going to give you another keyword that you can target in your ads and be guaranteed that you are getting rich people. The second keyword I'm going to be mentioning now is Ferrari. Now if you are in Lagos State, Nigeria, or if you are in any country, you are going to notice that some of these luxury cars that people are actually driving them. Yes, people actually have most of these luxury cars. Now what is the idea there? The idea there is that when you target Ferrari in your ads, that the people, somebody that do not have Ferrari is not going to see your ads because they did not have the Ferrari. But if you target Ferrari in your ads, you are going to discover that people who who actually have the card, they're going to see your ads, and these people are categorized as rich people. For some of you asking me, how do I target rich people in my ads? This is when thinking outside the box. I mentioned golf, I mentioned Ferrari. Then the next thing you ask yourself is, what are the expensive things that people buy? When you figure out the expensive luxury things that people buy, you can go to your ads manager and target that. Do you know another keyword you can target on your ads? You can target Richard Miller. That is a wristwatch brand. That wristwatch is expensive, and for you to target them, you are trying to target rich people. So there is no keyword on Facebook or Instagram ad that says rich person. There is none. That is why, as an advertiser or as a business owner, you need to be very creative. So if you're able to think of rich people, what are they interested in? If you figure out what they're interested in, you go to your ads manager and go and target them. Then the third keyword that you can target in your ads is frequent international travelers. These international travelers are people that travel from their country to another country to another country from time to time. All right, so these frequent international travelers are people that travel from their country to another country from time to time. And why is it a good keyword to target in your ads? It is a good keyword because if you're able to target them, most of these people who travel from one country, who are paying for flight, these people have money. And remember, our goal in our ads targeting is for us to be able to target rich people. Remember, I believe you can hear me now. You can hear me now. I believe you can hear me now, right? So most of these people who are frequent travelers can actually be able to purchase a property. Now, another set of targeting that you can do is targeting people in diaspora. And there is a particular method that you can use to target people who live in diaspora. Do you understand? There is a particular method that you can use to target people who live in diaspora. So these things I mentioned are some of the keyword targeting that you can target in your ads. So I'm going to quickly rush into the fourth strategy because of time. The fourth strategy I am going to be talking about is in your ad campaign structure. Now, if you run ads on Facebook and Instagram, somebody reached out to me, I think day before yesterday, and the realtor was like, Francisca, I'm running ads and my ad is not converting. I asked her, what ad objective did you use? She said traffic objective. I said, yes, your ad is not supposed to convert because you're using the wrong ad objective. You're using the wrong campaign objective. How do you want to use traffic objective to actually get serious buyers for your property? Do you understand? So have you seen that if you run ads on Facebook and Instagram and you don't know the exact objective to use for your ad is not going to convert. So you're going to have a problem and you're going to burn money. Now, I want to teach you how to figure out the exact ad objective and share with you some strategies that you use. There are a lot of ad objectives on the Facebook Ads Manager app. We have the traffic objective, engagement objective, lead objective, sales objective, app promotion objective. These are the various kinds of ad objective we have on the Facebook Ads Manager app. Now, how do you know the exact ad objective that will work for you as a real estate business owner? You don't need to figure it out because I've already figured it out and I want to tell you exactly the ad objective. There are different ways you can run your real estate ads. The first method, you can run your real estate ads on Facebook and Instagram and direct the leads to your WhatsApp DM. If you don't know what leads are human beings, contacts, prospects. That is what leads are that you get from ad. Now, if you want to if the first method is running your ads from Facebook or Instagram to your WhatsApp DM, and if you want to run your ads from Facebook and Instagram to your WhatsApp DM, the exact ad objective to use is the exact ad objective to use is the engagement objective, because that is the exact ad objective that is designed for running direct WhatsApp DM ads. So if you're a real estate business owner, you don't have a website, and you want to like run ads and get these people send you a message on WhatsApp, you use the engagement objective. Do you understand? Now the second method or the second objective you can use to run your property ads and it convert is using the lead objective on Facebook Ad Manager. And there are two, it is in two ways. It's either you use your lead objective and connect a landing page to it, or you use your lead objective and use Facebook instant form. Let me explain. If you use, let's assume you want to run a property ad and you've been able to sit down in your room and brainstorm and come up with your messaging. You can decide to create a landing page for your ads. Now if you want to create a landing page, your WhatsApp button is going to be on that landing page. What is now the function of that landing page? The function, a landing page is a website. For those of you that don't know what is a landing page, the function of the landing page is for you to be able to share maybe a brief detail of the property and show the pictures of the property. Now here is what the landing page does in the mind of your ideal buyers. They perceive you as a professional company. When people visit a website that is very, very clean and good and responsive, they start to see as somebody that is serious with what he or she is doing. So just like I said, you can use the lead objective, run ads directly to your landing page, which is your website. And when they go to your website, they will just see the property. They can see a client's review, a review of somebody that bought from you in the past. And the next thing they are going to see is your WhatsApp button. When they are done going through it, yes, you are going to get the video. So when they are done going through it, they can now click on the WhatsApp button and send you a message on WhatsApp. When they now come to WhatsApp, that landing page is going to reduce the amount of questions and questions. If you're a realtor, you must have noticed that sometimes people reach out to you on WhatsApp and everything you said in your video, they will start asking you a lot of questions on WhatsApp DM. And at the end of the day, they end up not buying. But if you use a landing page, it's going to filter your leads, because once they come straight to your WhatsApp, you are going to discover that they're going to be more straightforward. Do you understand? Then the third strategy you can use is running your ads using the lead campaign objective. But this time around, instead of using a landing page, which is a website, they are going to be using the Facebook instant form. Now, the Facebook instant form is one of the ways you can actually qualify your leads. What do I mean? Instead of maybe running your ads directly to your WhatsApp DM, you can use the lead objective using the Facebook instant form, and then when they go to your form, they fill in their details and then now reach out. You can now ask them some few questions. You can ask them questions like, are you ready to buy your property now? They can say yes or no. You can ask them questions like, are you ready to come for inspection now? Are you ready to make a deposit now? You need to ask them some filtering question so that if they come to your WhatsApp, then they're not going to waste your time. So in that instant form, you are going to set it up in a way that you will now add your WhatsApp link on the form, so that once they fill the form and answer those questions, they just land straight to your WhatsApp DM. So these are the three major strategies that you can use, campaign objective you can use. I shared 2 campaign objectives for real estate, and I also shared 3 different ways you can use these 2 campaign objectives. So if you use these strategies, you are going to like make a lot of sales. Now here is the interesting part of this section. Somebody is asking me, is there not going to be practical? If you stayed from the beginning to the end of to this point, you are going to discover that there's a lot of things I said that you don't know before. So when you are rushing to go and set up the ads, the first strategy that you need is in planning your ads, which I shared some things. I still have a lot to like share with you, right? I still have a lot. There are a lot of real estate advertising strategies that I need to share with you. You understand? And then when it comes to targeting, I have over 120 keyword targeting for real estate. Targeting I have used and have gotten results for our clients. Now here is the thing. This Saturday, which is tomorrow, I'm holding a practice. We've done the theory part of it. Tomorrow we are going to be doing the practical aspect of it. Tomorrow on Saturday. Now, I'm not just going to be showing my face and talking. No, I'm going to be sharing my ads manager, my screen with you. Then I'm going to go to the Facebook ads manager and set up a real estate ads. And you see how it works. And while I'm setting it up, you're implementing it and getting results from it. What do I mean? Tomorrow on Saturday, I'm having a live session where I'm going to share my screen with you and practically show you how to set up proper ads for a real estate business. I will show you the ad objective to use for the particular property you are selling. I'm going to show you how to plan the video, what to say in the video to make your video convert. I'm going to show you the targeting, the exact targeting you should use in that particular ad. It's not every targeting that you use in your ad because of the kind of people you want them to buy your property, right? So what I'm going to show you tomorrow is the kind of targeting. Now, I'm not just going to be talking tomorrow. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you and showing you exactly how to do the setup. Then when you are done, I'm going to be showing you how to build a proper sales funnel. Then I'll also be teaching you how to close the sale. A lot of you here, your problem is in closing the sale. Somebody reaches out to you on WhatsApp, you don't know what else again to tell the person. You're now confused. You're now struggling to even know how to respond. And when somebody say, I'll get back to you, you don't know what to say. When somebody say, I want to speak with my wife, you don't know what to respond. When somebody say, I want to speak with my team members or my colleague, you don't know what to say. Now, there are things to say whenever people are giving you objections when you are having a sales conversation. Tomorrow, I'm going to be teaching you how to do follow-up. Now, when somebody say they're going to buy a property at a particular time, there is a way to do follow-up so that they will not feel like you are disturbing them and they still enjoy your follow-up and they are definitely going to buy from you. These are the things I'm going to be showing you. Today is about theory part, and today is about like trying to teach you about strategies. Tomorrow is going to be more practical, no long talk, sharing my screen and teaching you exactly how to set up your properties. Now, the last live session I did with real estate business owner in Cameroon, that was last month. I charged her 450,000 naira to have that live session. And I'm telling you today, her property is selling out. I can share the screenshots with you after the session if you want. So one thing about me is that for me to focus on running ads for real estate business owners, that means this is what I do for a living. This is my specialty. I have cracked the code. And I am very confident that if you attend tomorrow's live session, if you set up your ad from Monday, your ad is going to start converting. You start getting quality people, like serious people chat to you on your WhatsApp, making inquiry for your property. Now, I know a lot of you will be asking, am I about to charge you 450,000 naira to have a live session with you tomorrow? No, that is not what this tomorrow's live session is for. I know a lot of you here, some of you are newbie realtors, some of you are still struggling, some of you are still trying to figure out what is working for you. So I'm not going to be charging you that, but I'm going to charge you a fee that I know that is going to worth it. And I am very sure, confident that if you attend tomorrow's live session, you are going to get results in it. Tomorrow's live session, the fee is 150,000 naira. Yes, from 450K, I brought it down to 150,000 naira. And I'm doing this to enable realtors here, most realtors, right? And here is another thing. I don't really like having a session with a group of people. If we are many, I cannot handle you people. So that is why I like to work with maybe 3 realtors at a time, or 5 realtors at a time, or 6 at a time. Because what is the reason? My reason is that tomorrow I am going to be teaching you individually, like it's in a group call, but then after the session, you have access to me. If you want to set up ads in the future, I'll help you and be planning your ads. So I cannot be doing this for a lot of people. So that is why I work with a limited number of people to enable me pay more attention to you and help you get results. Tomorrow's live session is 150,000 naira, and you are going to be learning how to set up proper ads for your real estate business. Now, I think I can see 54 people on this live right now. I want to do something amazing for these people. If you are still looking at me, you are watching me, and listening to me right now, that means you are serious about selling out your properties. I want to give you something that is very special, and I'm doing it from the bottom of my heart. I want to give you a special discount, and I'm giving you this discount because you stay to the end and you are still paying attention to me, and you believe that if you reach out, if you join tomorrow's live session and learn, you are going to get results. Tomorrow's live session, the fee is, if you are making payment now, I want to give a discount to 50 realtors, right? 5 realtors, sorry to say, just 5 real estate business owners. So instead of making a payment of 150,000 naira, you get to pay just 50,000 naira only. 50,000 naira only, and you are going to get access. This is only for 5 realtors, and trust me, people are going to make payments now. And remember what I said, I cannot handle more than 5 persons. Why? Because I cannot teach more than 5 people or teach plenty people at a time. I want to be able to teach a small number of people a small number of realtors to be able to help them get results and pay close attention to you. So if you know that you're a real estate business owner, you are tired, like you are just tired, and you want to start selling out your property, I'm giving you the opportunity this night, right now, as you're listening to me. Instead of paying 150,000 naira to join tomorrow's session, pay 50,000 naira just now, and it's only available for 5 people. Tomorrow, if you're making payments, you'll be making payment of 150,000 naira, and trust me, I mean everything I said. Do you understand? So if you know that you're that realtor and you're serious about selling out your properties, what you just learned tonight is just a tip of what you'll be learning tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be massive. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to do a lot of practicals. I'm going to do a lot of practical. Okay, if you are not in Nigeria, the USD equivalent, I think, is around $36. Or I'm going to send you the payment link, right? If you are not in Nigeria, I think the equivalent is around $36. So check the group. If you are still listening to me, check the group. Check the group. I dropped the no matter the country, I sent your payment details in the group, right? So now I'm going to open question and answer sections, right? Remember, the discount is for just 5 people. Do you understand? And just like I said, please, if we are more than 5, once it's tomorrow, you're paying 150K. And why am I charging 150K? I'm charging 150K because I am very sure that if you don't get results, if I teach you and you don't get results, come back. I'm going to give you a refund of your money. Yes, I'm guaranteeing you that. So please, if you know that you're a serious real estate business owner, I'm giving you the opportunity to pay 50,000 naira just for tonight. If you attend tomorrow's live session, you implement everything I'm going to teach you, and you don't get results in your business, come to back in my DM. I will kindly give you a full refund of your money. I'm not running anywhere. I have an advertising agency. I have a company that is everywhere on social media. So you cannot say maybe I'm going to run away with your money. I'm telling you because I am very confident. It is just impossible unless you don't want to take my teaching serious. But it's just impossible that you attend tomorrow's live session and you watch me set up at real estate art and you implement it and I guide you, you don't get results. It is impossible. I have dropped the payment details in the group. I have dropped the account details in the group. I've dropped the account details in the group. I have dropped it in the group. I have dropped it. Franklin, I've dropped it in the group. You can check it in the group. One person has already gotten access. One slot is gone now. One slot is gone. Franklin, if you are still listening to me, check the group. Check the group. I've already dropped the account details. Check the group. Check the group. Check the group. I've already dropped the account details. So yeah, if you have any question you want to ask, please ask me your question right now. And if you know that you want to take advantage of this slot tonight, rush now and make payment. The details is in the group. The details is in the group. The details in the group. If you have any question you want to ask me, you can actually ask me now. Okay, so I'm going to type the. If you have any question you want to ask me, you can ask me now. I'll answer your payment. I'll answer your question. Just type your question in the comment section. I'm going to answer it. Slots are already going. So this discount is actually from. Okay, so I should throw some lights on interest and demographics. So when it comes to interest targeting, if you want to target using interest, you know that you are targeting. Sorry, I'm trying to type in the comment section. You know that you are targeting people. You need to find out your ideal customers. What are they interested in? You understand? You need to find out what they're interested in. So I used some examples in my life. 10, 27, 12. I used some examples in my life. I use something like golf. I use something like another thing when it comes to demographics. Demographics are mostly people's occupation, right? So let's assume that you want to target doctors. You can type medical personnel in your ad. Do you understand? When it comes to interest, if you figure out who you want to sell to, you can target what they're interested in. When you target what they're interested in, they are definitely going to see your ad and are going to buy that property. if you take them serious and maybe close the deal well. So this is just it. When it comes to interest and demographic targeting, it's just you sitting down, having an ideal customer in your mind and asking yourself, what is this person interested in? If you figure out everything that they're interested in, just go to your, I've already said it now, just go to your ads manager and target their interest. Those people you have in mind, you see that. Any other question? Already dropped your payment details. If you're outside Nigeria, I've already dropped. If you have any question you want to ask me, you can ask me. If you have any question you want to ask me, you can ask me. You can ask me now concerning ad. Is it tomorrow's class? Yes, you also get access to the recorded version of tomorrow's class. Yes. So your 50,000 naira covers you attending live and also attending the recorded. You also have access to the recorded version. So yes, the class will be recorded tomorrow. If you have any other question, you can ask me. Somebody is asking, I've already answered you. I said Anambra State. Anambra. Anambra. That's where our office is located in Nigeria. There is an account details for South Africa. Check the group. Okay, no account details. If you're in South Africa, pay through the, yes, there will be materials. You'll be getting access to my ebook on real estate targeting. Sorry, the person saying no account details for South Africa. Please pay through the link, pay through the website, right? Pay through the website so that you can easily make payment. Easily make payment through the website. The slots are almost gone. Somebody is asking, will there be any material? Yes, you'll be getting access to my 120 real estate targeting ebook, where you are going to have a list of targeting options for real estate ads that you can use whenever you want to run your ads. So there's a lot of materials and you're also getting access to the recording. Any other question? And understand. Okay, somebody said it's a new job for me. I'm starting on Monday. If I attend tomorrow's live session, will I get support afterward? Yes. So the money you are paying is not just for tomorrow. Anytime you want to set up your real estate ads, we have a support group, a private coaching group, mentorship group, where you are going to be added to. Whenever you want to set up an ad, come and you can share the ads you want to set up in the group. And I'm going to guide you, give you like strategies on how to run your ad. So it's not about just tomorrow's live session only. It's about the ongoing support. Do you understand? We have a private mentorship group for real estate business owners where you will be getting continuous guidance from me. Do you understand? So yes, if you are starting tomorrow, you are, who is calling me on WhatsApp? Oh my god. I am not sure we are going to have another class. I'm not sure. So here is another thing. You can make a part payment of 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira to secure your spot, right? Tonight, so that tomorrow you can now complete the payment. This person calling me, I am on live session. How are you calling my number on live session? Please, I'm on live. I cannot take calls. You can type so that I can respond to you or read your message. I can't listen to voice notes now. Oh my God. So I think I've answered you, Daniel. If you're not ready now, I am not sure there will be another class. But one thing you can do is that you can make. Is there any other question I've not answered? Is there any other question I've not answered? Is there any other question I've not answered? Remember, I'm giving you a guarantee. If you attend tomorrow's live session and you did not get result, come back at that money you paid, whether you paid 50K today or 150K tomorrow. I'm going to give you a refund of your money. I'm very confident that you're going to get result. That is why I'm giving you a money back guarantee. If you attend tomorrow's live session and you don't get results, you are going to get a full refund of your money. This is how confident I am that after our tomorrow's practical live session, you can now confidently set up as for your real estate business. And remember, if you want to grab the slot tonight and you don't have up to the 50K today tonight, you can make an installment payment of 20K, 10K. Then tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, complete your payment so you can join us in our live session. I am giving you, whether you are making an installment payment now, you are making full payment, or you are even paying 150K tomorrow. I'm assuring you, I'm giving you a guarantee that if you attend our live session tomorrow, you don't get results after implementing everything I've taught you, you will get a full refund for your money. The campaign objective for selling shop is the engagement objective, which directs people to RBM. So that is the one you are going to use. If you want to sell a shop, add direct people to your WhatsApp. It's very, very much easier because an average shop owner, they might not be digitally inclined. So just save them the stress and just send them to your WhatsApp immediately. I hope I've answered your question. Please ask me your question. All right. All right. All right. If you have any general, please ask me now. Okay, so for targeting those in diaspora, I'll be teaching you that in tomorrow's live session. That is one of the major things I will even be talking about in tomorrow's live session. So if you want to learn that, you can pay and join tomorrow's live session. I'll be teaching you how, no matter the country, if you want to target your country in diaspora, you will learn it in our tomorrow's live session. Do you have any other question?